Well, Mark, welcome along. Great to have you here, and tell us a bit about you, because you've been based in Ireland, but you've also done a fair bit of travelling.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. It's my sort of second career, I guess. I originally worked in banking, worked as a researcher for an investment bank back in my 20s. I lived out in Asia, Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, and so on. And then, bitten by the bug, really, I suppose, with horses. I started working as a handicapper back in 2000. So yeah, getting older, but like 20 years ago that is now. So 20 years as a handicapper back in Ireland, and this opportunity came up recently to come to Dubai. So I thought, probably at the age where I need to do something different. So took it with both hands, and really enjoyed being here so far.
And what are your first impressions of the place?
Yeah, really impressed so far. It's I suppose Dubai itself is obviously a very cosmopolitan place, and that extends into the racing. So you have a huge number of horses from different countries and regions, and that's very exciting. I've been to 3 of the 5 tracks so far, and they're all very different, but all very, very nice in their own ways. So probably Jebel Ali, my favourite so far. Been here to Maidan and been to Sharjah as well. So looking forward to getting to Abu Dhabi and Al Ain as well at some point over the next couple of weeks. But very positive so far. Really, really enjoying it. Yeah.
And it's a difficult job being a handicapper. It really is, particularly here, because you've got so many different countries to weigh up the form from.
Yeah, I mean, I think handicapping is a difficult job, full stop. Those kind of that mix of international horses, I think, presents unique challenges, I suppose, here. But I mean, that's actually the really exciting part of it for me here, is that it's not the mundane day-to-day stuff that you have in most jurisdictions. You have horses coming from South America, North America, Europe, and that's not just in Carnival. That's kind of in all of the races here, where you have imports from the various countries. So there's a real challenge in that, in trying to pitch those horses at the right level so that they're competitive, and not easy, but something I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into now over the next number of months and years, hopefully.
One thing we get a lot of praise for on your behalf is how quickly the ratings are turned around here. So we'll race here, we'll finish up at 10 p.m. on a Thursday. The next morning, 9 o'clock, we've got the ratings revisions. Will you try and continue that?
Yeah, that's certainly been a little change. I mean, I think when I was in Europe, I mean, it was we had until sort of 12 o'clock the following day to do the ratings. But in reality, look, I mean, I do like to do a lot of post-race work in terms of looking at videos and analysing the races, sectional timings and all that kind of thing. But that can be done. We can compact that time to do it on the same day. So hopefully we stick to the same timelines for the moment. I think they work. Obviously the number of fixtures we have here is probably a little less maybe than in Europe, so that that it's just a slightly different way of working. But look, I think as long as you get the work done in terms of preparation beforehand for the race, preparing your numbers and so on, seeing what happens in the race, and then giving it a proper detailed analysis afterwards, I think we can do that within the timeframes that we have. So I don't see any change really there.
No, that would be great. And what are you particularly looking forward to?
Yeah, I suppose the Carnival really at the moment. Obviously, since I've arrived, I mean, the big difference for me has been the amount of dirt racing that's here. Obviously in Europe it's predominantly grass racing, so there's been a lot of dirt racing, and that's fine, and it's a different dynamic in terms of handicapping. But I must say I would have a certain bias towards turf, so I'm looking forward to a lot of the turf racing getting going. So the Abu Dhabi race on Sunday was good from that point of view, to see some good horses there. And I suppose in practice then, to see how those figures that we allocate for the different horses from the different regions, how they actually play out in practice, come Carnival time. And I suppose you're always learning as well. Like, so you're going to see what works this year in terms of carnivals, how will the rated conditions race work, and things like that. So it's just every day is a school day really. So you're always looking forward in racing, and so looking forward to a lot really, and just learning really about the culture of Dubai racing, and getting to know the trainers and the owners and so on, and just see how things operate really here really.